here with Barry rowers Kelly Harrison and Kristina Boncheva after a successful fall season. 3 events during the fall, and you guys did a whale of a job finishing 5th at the head of the hooch, the top Division II team in the Women's Open 8, where you were behind the likes of Division I schools like Louisville and Miami, Alabama. Talk about your performance at the head of the hooch, girls, and how good that must have felt for you guys.
I mean, it was a pretty fun race. There's so many teams there, and it was fun to be in the mix. Like, I mean, it's a head race, so you don't know where you are until you finish and see the times. So.
Yeah, but all the way, everybody was really confident. Nobody was feeling like fearful or, I don't know, insecure. So we just went for it, without doubt.
And then also at the Fire Fall Classic in Fellsmere a week later, you guys had the top varsity 8 team. You also finished at the top in the women's varsity 4 race and had another good race from the women's varsity 4 as well, and all the girls got to compete with even some of the novices. So talk about how encouraging that was up in Fellsmere to finish so high with 2 victories there as a team.
I mean, it was fun when you finished the race. We kind of thought in our minds like it was a really good piece, but we didn't know until we saw the results. And I mean, I think it was to be expected. We had a really good fall practices. We didn't have any really bad practices, and
no, it was a good preparation, but still we didn't start first, so we didn't have the chance to see the other teams all the way to the end. I wasn't like completely 100% sure that we're gonna be first, so we just went 100% as much as we could to finish faster.
Yeah, and in the 4s it's fun because in practice we race each other in the 4s, so in the race it was just kind of like the same thing.
How encouraging is it for you guys to know that you did so well in the fall, and it looks like things can only get better for the spring? You've been to the national championships a few years in a row now, but now with this team here and being one of the top Division II teams at the events that you competed in the fall, how encouraging is it for you looking ahead to the spring?
It is exciting.
Yeah.
It is so exciting that I cannot even explain it, because races like that give you even more enthusiasm in the practices that we do. So I think we're gonna be double motivation when we come back for the spring.
Because we know what we're doing is awesome, but we know we can always do more. And in the spring, the races are shorter. It's more sprinting and just more fun.
Yeah,
so.
It's a whole other preparation. It's not the same at all.
Well, most of us aren't familiar with exactly how the sport of rowing kind of takes its course out on the water. So I'll let you guys explain, or educate us all, educate the Barry community on what's the art of rowing so smoothly in the water and being so efficient in the boat.
It is quite a mix of strength, efficiency, and really good technique that you kind of have to apply your strength without being, I don't know, raw.
Going too crazy.
Yeah, going crazy and thing. It's about being able to be as much efficient as you can, and then work your way through the pain and the tiredness, because it's very tiring. So you have to work your way through that. That's the hardest thing for me.
Yeah, especially like mentally. You don't think it would be that mentally difficult because it's just a race, and you always want to get to the finish line. You know you're going to get there. But the hardest thing in rowing is like, halfway through the race, you're like, oh my gosh, how am I even going to finish it? But you have to think in your mind, like, if someone in front of me and behind me is going their hardest, then you have to go your hardest. You can't let down anyone on the boat.
Yeah.
And being in unison is obviously very important in a sport like rowing. How important is having that coxswain too, and what kind of a role does she play in this?
She actually plays much more important part than anybody assumes. Like people usually think that she just
says row.
Yeah, she just says stuff, but the motivation that a coxswain can do for the team is really important. So when everybody is so tired that they just want to stop, the rowing is the coxswain is the person that can actually keeps you going, keeps your adrenaline bumping even harder when you're in the middle of a head race. It's really important.
Especially to let you know where you are in relation to other boats. Like, you shouldn't be looking around, even though I do sometimes.
Since
You
since we
like
go
looking
backwards.
around. Yeah, you're going backwards, and if you want to know where you are at all, then they're telling you where you are.
Well, girls, congratulations on a great fall with some, top finishes at marquee events, and good luck as you get ready for the spring.
Thank you.
Thank you.